bring it. I know what you hoverbuckers are like. Always bucking hovers. Yeah. As per like, if you got a rye, then you got a riggedy. Or if you got a riggedy, then obviously you got a row. Yeah, and mute, and riggedy row. Rye and rude. And what do you know? I am singing this song to you, but you don't exist because you're not even true. No, you're not here. You're making some eggs. It's 9 in the morning. You've lost your legs. You thought you put on pants, but where did they go? And now you're naked, and it's time to go to the store. Try the kick drum. Kick and snap, kick and snap, kick and kick and kick and snap. If you like some kick and snap, kick and kick and kick and snap. Hello, two. I know you. You are sitting there. It's true. I am one. You are two. It's probably Rachel. You do know. Do you know that? Have you been aware of that fact that it made you aware of it just a second ago, and it was rad, and you liked it so much, and you learned so much, and you wanted to learn some more, and so you said, "Now touch me with your wisdom, Aaron." But I don't touch people like that. That's how you get me too'd. Okay, everybody. It's morning. It's time to rest the bed down. It's morning. Let's get some stuff done. Come on, everybody. It's fun. It's morning. It's time. It's time to rise and shine. Let's get some stuff done. It's so much fun. You'll have a lot of time with me. Let's go. And how? Let's chore. Wow. I've got chores. Do you have chores? We have chores together, Boars. Boars is his name. Because you were bored and born and born and bored. You were born in Borneo. And that's why you are bored, and so you should stop being Bornean. Then you wouldn't be born again. And then you would be free to bend and spend and bend and bend. That's my point, really. Anyway, I was wasting a lot of time with this ridiculous beat I made earlier. I say ba boo ba, ba boo ba, ba boo boo ba boo ba, ba boo ba boo ba boo ba. That's what I say, ba ba boo ba. If you want to say ba ba boo ba, you should start saying ba first, and then boo ba, and then ba ba boo ba 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 boo ba 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 boo ba. If you want to say ba ba boo ba, you should start saying ba ba boo ba ba, then start saying boo ba ba ba, and then start saying ba boo ba ba ba. When you say ba boo ba 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 boo ba 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 ba, then you too will be ba ba boo ba 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 boo ba. Yeah, boo ba, boo ba, boo ba ba boo ba boo 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 ba. That's the word I'm saying to you. Yeah, is what I'm saying ba boo ba. If you want to know what I'm saying to you, just remember I'm saying ba boo ba. Ba boo ba, ba boo ba, boo ba boo ba boo ba ba boo ba, ba boo ba ba. Ba boo ba 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 ba. If you know what ba 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 means, then you have got a sentence, and then you could go inside of your dreams and say ba boo ba 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 ba. Yeah. How many bas are there, and how many boos and bas boo ba? There are 4 bas and infinite boos. Ba 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 boo 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 boo. Just 4 bas, ba 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 ba, but infinite boos. Ba 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 ba, boo 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 boo, boo 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 boo, ba boo boo boo, ba boo ba boo boo boo, boo 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 boo, ba 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 boo 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 boo, ba ba boo boo boo, ba boo boo boo, ba boo 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 boo. So today we're learning a lot. We're learning a lot about baths and booze. All right, that's enough baths and booze for you. That's enough. Enough learning about syllables and wasting time. Today we're learning about syllables and wasting time. I've got a lot of syllables. I waste a lot of time. You could say I'm an expert on time wasting and syllables. You could, but that would be a lie. You're such a liar. Let's see who's here. I'm going to open up the live stream now. Hi, Jeremiah Fix. Hi, Rachel Strauss. Hi again, Jeremiah Fix. And Ruben Art and Boba Fett. Hello, good morning. This is at 120 BPM. It's kinda slow. I do not know if we should listen to it well, probably not. Because it's bad. Like your snot. Alright, well that's enough of that. So, what is going on? Well, I've got a lot of things to do. But instead of doing those things, what have I spent the last, 6 hours doing? Wasting my time. Playing around with music that will never go anywhere. Why will it never go anywhere? Because I am such a big failure. That's why. If I was gonna make music, I should have recorded something that I actually was gonna record. Well, I mean, it's just a beat, It's not anything. It doesn't even have any guitar over it even. But I spent a long ass time playing around with that beat at 120 or at 142. I tried to, not that beat, but the other one at 140. It's pretty fast at 140. It's a little bit faster, see. Think you want to dance now? Everybody wants to dance to this beat because it's 140 BPM and that's neat. Yes, it's going so much faster than it was before. 20 BPM, more 140 BPM is alright. Going super fast and it makes me feel like I feel fine, like I wish I could. Look at me, I'm dancing so free. I've got legs and they are a treat. I've got hands and they are my feet. I don't have a mouth, but I do have some teeth. Oh, yeah, look at that beat go. There goes the kick drum, and here comes the thing again. But now it's faster, see? Yeah. Once I went to Chicago and I had some winds and I was there because it's a windy city. It's not the Cindy city. It's a windy, windy, windy city. I said, can I have some pizza? They said, no, we don't know how to make pizza. Here's a casserole. Can I have something else? Like, I don't know, a subway. No, they said we don't have that. It's the elevated way because we're lame. We're Chicago and we don't even know if we're Philadelphia or Buffalo. No, we're not New York. We're not Los Angeles. We're not San Francisco. So this is a diss to you, Chicago. You suck. And so does the band called Chicago. You know, it's a duck. You don't want to listen to Chicago at all, though Peter Cetera can come on be a kind of cool call to make for music time, please. If you want to listen to something full of cheese. So the message of that song is don't listen to Chicago. You don't want to listen to Chicago. They're lame. Who wants to listen to Chicago? Maybe like old people with no taste in music. That's the only people that want to listen to Chicago. Of course, nobody wants to listen to me and my Chicago diss song either. But look, I'm not a professional band, so, you know, you can't expect me to be good, but you should expect Chicago to be good, but they're not. So, what's the takeaway from that? Don't ever go see Chicago. You know, it's like the worst concert ever imaginable would be, you know, old concert, not contemporaneous. Would be Jethro Tull, Chicago, and I don't know, Led Zeppelin. Just enough, you fucks, enough. I'm tired of you. Might as well go see the Eagles. Never gonna say I'm sorry. I'll say I'm sorry. Never gonna say I'm sorry. That's Peter Cetera by himself. See, you know Bo Peep. This is proof of what I'm saying. That yes, Peter Cetera can make some good songs. Chicago cannot. I already acknowledged that Peter Cetera had some good songs. Okay. Everybody needs a little time away, just for a day, from the one that you love. Hold me now. I never want to say I'm sorry. I can't. Hold me now. I never want to say I'm sorry. Well, Peter Cetera, that's your problem. You need to say you're sorry when you fuck up. You shouldn't be avoiding saying you're sorry. There's your problem, Peter Cetera. That's why Chicago sucked ass. Because you kept letting them say, I'm sorry to you, rather than making good music. Well, no. One man's trash can be another man's trash that they mistake for treasure. But it's still trash, right? Like, if there's a person who likes Chicago and Jethro Tull, that's true. They do like those things. But I might like, you know, spoiled milk and vomit. That doesn't make them good. No, it's that he has accountability avoidance syndrome. What do you mean you never want to say you're sorry? You're not fucking perfect. You're gonna have to say you're sorry sometimes. You fuck up. Everybody fucks up. Obviously. Peter Cetera has some good songs that are not trash, but Chicago, on a universal truth level, in other words, if we want to be accurate about Chicago and Jethro Tull, we will acknowledge that both those bands are total garbage. If we want to be dishonest about it, then we'll pretend they're not. Or if we're just wrong. You know, some people are just wrong. They're not dishonest. Well, saying sorry may not be enough if you fucked up badly, but it's better than nothing in every instance, you know? And in most instances, you don't fuck up that badly. So you should be able to um, periodically say you're sorry. I must say it to Rachel at least 10 times a week. Because, I do something dumb, like walk into a restaurant, let the door close on her behind me and shit like that. Love means never having to say you're sorry. No. That's called accountability avoidance, not love. Love means defaulting to the fact that if there's a problem, it's probably your fault. And then both people go, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's my fault. No, it's my fault. You go, we don't even have any problem at all. Because why? Because both people are capable of saying they're sorry. What is Mr. Bobby doing? I have no fucking idea. Obviously. I'm just pleased that he's not here. Pantera is terrible. Okay, so if you had a sandwich with Pantera as the meat, it would give you food poisoning. What's another terrible, terrible band? Tool. I heard Jen Zennial playing some Tool behind his live stream one time. And just the presence of that awful music, even though it's played very quietly in the background, was enough to make it completely unbearable to watch even 1 minute of it. Because, of course, Tool, like Chicago, Jethro Tull, and lots of other bands, is absolutely fucking terrible. There's no redeeming qualities to it whatsoever. It's like those people made a career of causing people with good taste to have seizures, If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I kind of agree with that one, As long as your worst is very rare, right? If you're in a real loving, lasting relationship, your partner's going to see you at something other than your best occasionally, right? Maybe it's your worst. Like, I remember the time that Eric foolishly took a bunch of mescaline, and then Eric was in not a very good place. So then he took a bunch of mushrooms, and then he was just tripping fucking balls. And poor Rachel had to hang out with me that day when I was on mescaline. And we went to the McDonald's. The people in front of us were taking a long time. And I was like all mescalined out. It's like, I was like, are you not trying to win an award for being the slowest fucking people in the world? Or whatever I yelled at them, Poor Rachel. She had to deal with me at my worst there. I had to deal with Rachel at her worst too. And as long as they're the exception, not the rule, it's not like if you're at your worst constantly, then that's not good. Well, it's true that like Rachel wouldn't deserve me if she's like, okay, you're fucked up. I don't like the way you're acting right now, so I'm leaving you. Well, then that wouldn't fly, right? Yeah, I'll never do mescaline again. It's like a cross between the most gackiest speed in the world and like this super like jagged tripping. But it's like you're not really tripping exactly until you take mushrooms on top of it. Then you start really tripping balls and everything's melting. as you have an emergency that you need to deal with. Unfortunately, you're not in the right state of mind to deal with this because your mother's been lost by the hospital and your father has 102 temperature. And you picked today, for some reason, to take a bunch of mescaline and mushrooms, such that when your father needs you to talk to the hospital doctor about your mother, you are so far from sane, it's almost impossible to have that conversation. Not my proudest day. Although, I will say, when the mushrooms kicked in finally, I was really tripping. It was great. It was like, okay, now I see the point of mescaline is to mix with mushrooms. Like that was a much better super hard trip than when that was before I did the mescaline. That was when I was just Adderall out of my fucking head. But it was a rough time. I was just like hitting whatever I could hit as hard as I could hit it. Because life was giving me lemons. So I was making drug aid out of them. Yeah. Going up into the mountains and getting out of my car and sneaking around places in the dark and peeing on things. It's called just full blast tweaker. But I blame the situation, the circumstance, the moment in my life where everything was going to shit. And I had such a hard time getting my drugs, right? It's like I waiting. They finally got there. I was just like, take them all. I'm gonna take all of these drugs right now. What do you have that I can snort? I don't even care what it is. Just chop it up and rail it out for me. Yeah, sometimes in high school where you drink Robitussin and call the radio as some sort of alternate personality. My name's Rob Tussin. I'd like to talk to you today about my wife. I think she might be dead. Well, she hasn't gotten out of bed for 3 weeks. I go in there, I kind of shake her periodically. She's cold as ice, stiff as a board. At this point, I'm thinking maybe she's not asleep. Did I think about boofing? Good question, Jeremiah Fix. I should have. I should have probably boofed. I haven't boofed anything today. It's like, maybe I should just boof some aspirin. Me and my INFP buddy became these weird villains we called Corvaga and Vermazin. Corvaga and Corvaga. Who were you? Were you Corvaga or Vermanzin? Corvaga. There's a football player named Chase Young. Like, he doesn't want to marry a woman named like Kathy Boyd and hyphenate his name. Then he'd be Chase Young Boyd. He doesn't want to marry somebody named Girls. Julie Girls. And then hyphenate his name. It'd be Chase Young Girls. Anyway, bring it, hoverbuckers. Bring it. I'm ready to have it brought. And I'm ready to fight. My fists of fury. Right now, if you were standing there, you'd just be a bloody mess on the floor from my fists of fury. That's how tough I am. I put on my tough pants today. You were Corvaga, the ringleader of the Corvaga Vermazin cabal. A two-person cabal. Can you have a two-person cabal? I'm not sure. You maybe need at least 3 people to be a cabal, I think. Now you make me want to drink Robitussin. The problem with drinking any kind of medicine is you have to look very carefully because a lot of them have alcohol in them. So I can't drink NyQuil anymore. I can't take NyQuil because I can take the pills, but I can't drink the liquid because it's mostly alcohol. Dextromethorphan makes you do weird stuff. Is that what's in Robitussin? Dextromethorphan? Sounds fun. Maybe I'll get that. Maybe I'll get some of that stuff. Dextrometh. I like that it has dextro and meth in it. You know, both of those prefixes are often followed by excellent suffixes like amphetamine. I'm not sure if you guys remember, so I just want to show you one more time. In case you weren't here last night, missed out on this or whatever. Look how clean my little wilderness car is. I cleaned the living fuck out of this thing yesterday. It is so clean that if you hired a cleaning lady to clean it, she'd have nothing to do. That's how clean it is. You know, there's a particular kind of, I believe it's just CVS brand that has this. It's a particular kind of like stick it in your nose and inhale thing. It actually has amphetamines in it. And it's a shitty kind of amphetamine. But you could break that thing open, eat the thing, and you get like super gacky, thwacked out, like, I hate this. Thank you, Rachel. I did an excellent job cleaning the little car. I agree with you. And, you know, I did a mediocre job of vacuuming yesterday. Big contrast between the excellent job I did of cleaning the little car and the mediocre job I did of vacuuming. But, you know, I know I'm going to have to vacuum again. I'm going to have to mop the floors again. Just no getting away from it. I should probably vacuum in the garage, too. I've got a lot of leaves and seeds and such. But I think what I will do with the seeds that are outside is instead of throwing them in the trash can, I'm just going to, it's all biodegradable. I'm just going to throw it over the hill edge and let it be mulch, you know, rather than throwing it away. So, big day, important day. It's Tuesday. Not obviously a good day for cartoons, as I've discussed before. Tuesday and Wednesday are both just pure shit. There's nothing good comes out on Tuesday or Wednesday. No, hoverbuckers is a YouTube-friendly way of saying motherfuckers. I'm not talking to you guys, of course. I'm not saying you people are the hoverbuckers. I'm just saying if there are any hoverbuckers out there, bring it. Because I'm ready to pew, 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 like that. There were times in grammar school when me and my friends would call up Doritos and ask why they don't fill the bag to the top. What did they tell you? Because we're cheap? The reality is probably that they have to put in a certain weight of chips in order to have their information on the back be correct. So they probably just have a bag that's big enough to hold even the most irregularly fallen in assortment of chips. Of course, living up here, Rachel and I get to experience puffed up chip bags all the time. If you live at a higher elevation than where the chips are made, as the truck brings them up the hill, the chip bags start inflating as full as they can inflate because there's less pressure on them from the atmosphere. So we've got a bag of Ruffles in there. I could show it to you, in fact. It's like ready to burst because it's traveled from sea level up to 4,000 feet. And, it was like the other day when Rachel and I went up into the woods and we checked our elevation. We were at a mile high, over 5,000 feet. Same height as Denver's football field. It said they needed room for shipment. What does that mean? Because look, there's no room in this bag, even though there's room in this bag. Why? Because it's all puffy. Why is it all puffy? Because of the elevation thing I was telling you about. So they were lying to you, Rachel. Now I'm mad at Frito-Lay for lying to Rachel and her friends in high school. It's nitrogen? I think it's just whatever air is inside of there having less atmospheric pressure on it, so it expands, I remember my friend Roger Park one time, this is a joke, wrote to coffee nips and said, "Why do you call them nips?" They said back over saying, "It's not racist. We're not racist. That just means like a little thing you eat." And of course, I wrote and contacted Michelangelo's Frozen Dinners. You know what they did? He said, "Oh, we'll pass this information on to Meow." You know what they did? They didn't do a goddamn thing. They didn't pass any information on. They just sent me a couple of coupons. I guarantee you, we could live 1,000,000 years and Michelangelo will never fix the problem on their boxes, no matter how many times I tell them about it. And I'm just telling them out of the goodness of my heart. I don't need it to be fixed because we already know, Rachel and I know the right amount of time to cook it for. I'm just thinking about other people who probably are never going to figure it out. The only reason Rachel and I figure it out is because, those are literally the only two kinds of Michelangelos we get are lasagna and chicken parm. They have lots of other things, but we only get those two because they're one-steppers. They've got the times backwards on the boxes. The lasagna takes 7.5 minutes. The chicken parm takes 5:15. But they have the times opposite on the boxes. Other people are going to eat overcooked chicken parm and undercooked lasagna. Because why? Because Michelangelo doesn't want to listen to me. They don't believe me that they got their box times wrong. But they should believe me because they do have their box times wrong. Shrinkflation. The manufacturers are putting less product in the same size boxes and bags now. This keeps the prices the same or down a bit and satisfies customers who don't notice the change. And then they say, now with fewer calories. Yeah, that's how they sell that. You get less for the same money. Ergo, fewer calories. Okay, 530, fine. 530 for the chicken parm. It depends on the individual chicken parm. Sometimes it's 515 if the chickens are lying flat. If the chickens are on top of each other at all, then you have to go 530. Reuben lives on almost nothing but Cadbury cream eggs. When they're out of season and he can't get any, he just buys regular eggs and fills them full of gooey, sweet, creamy stuff. You know what I don't like? I don't like Peeps. Peeps are gross. And Blue Sharks. Blue Sharks smell like urinal cakes. One thing I've learned since I've been here, like actually just the last couple months, is I have all these smell associations that are wrong. Like, I went outside the other day. I was like, oh, it smells like fishing. It doesn't smell like fishing. It's just you have associated the smell of the Sierras with going fishing in Mammoth. When I went out the other day and it rained, I said, it smells like worms. It didn't smell like worms. I just associated, um, uh, the smell of rain with the arrival of worms. As a little kid, rain on cement smells like worms, according to me. It doesn't smell like worms, it just smells like rain on cement. KE. I am this close, KE, to downloading the Steam app on my phone. I mean, if Steam sucks this badly, I cannot get past the CAPTCHA, then do they really deserve for me to download their app on my phone? No. Is there another thing that's like Steam that you could use instead of Steam? Like, I don't know, dry ice? It's not a me issue, KE. You saw me. I remember you saying, how can that not work? You watched me do it. Any connects the dots while NI fills in the blanks? I mean, no, that's not correct at all. Accurate intuition is an action function that puts stuff on the external metaphysical field, namely words and explanations and stuff, Introverted intuition is a receiving function. It knows without referencing past experience directly, it intuits, It's a receiving function, so it's not getting information to know about, and it's not putting information, and it's not interfacing. It's just observing, receiving something, and then knowing about it. Has Rachel tried the CAPTCHA? No. DNS issues. What's DNS? What's DNS? I don't know what DNS is, though. Is it don't nuzzle Santa? Don't nuzzle Santa. He doesn't like it. Respect his personal space. Oh, he said, how can you get it wrong? But did you see me getting it wrong? Or did you just assume I must have gotten it wrong because it didn't work? I think Ruben is more likely to be correct when he says It's a DNS issue. But you know what? I don't even know what DNS means. Yes, I googled the EXXT error he was getting. Unfortunately, some folks run into that same misattributed captcha error. Exact. Thank you, Rachel Hart. £5 sterling. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think pound sterling is my very favorite currency. It's got a very fancy British name. We we don't use the euro. We use pound sterlings. Back when I was in the RAF, we didn't need any euros. I'm glad England Brexited. You know, everyone says, oh, it was a mistake. They shouldn't have done that. Fuck that. They totally should have done that. Why are they giving up their sovereignty to Europe? Since when has continental Europe been a wise place that knows what to do? Thank you. Got to go. And lots of Tuesday tinking and Nine King from across the pond. Peace. Yeah. Peace to you too, Rachel Hart, across the pond, over there in jolly old England. I recommend today you go to Stratford upon Avon and watch a Shakespeare play. How close are you to Stratford upon Avon? Are you at Stratford upon something else? Then after that, I recommend you go to Birmingham. And then you should go to, what's another city in? Manchester. You should go to Manchester. I have tried it so many times. It's very unlikely I've gotten it wrong every single time that I've tried it. So, domain name system, huh? You think it's because I have DSL? Yeah, well, why should they say, oh, now we're not a sovereign country anymore. Now we have to do what the EU says? As pointed out, if there are any group of people who are absolutely not capable of making good decisions, it is continental Europe. I don't have any VPNs or proxy services. I have Ethernet, hardwired DSL connection. Let's see. Clear cache and cookies. Okay, but the problem here, Winston's mom, is that it's the app that I launch that asks me to capture it. It's not a fucking browser thing. Okay, well, I don't doubt that I made some mistakes, right? But I do doubt that every single one of those captures that I tried, remember that was not the first time I had tried those things. I had spent a long time trying them before. I believe I made mistakes in, let's say, 80% of my attempts, even. But I refuse to believe that not one single time was I able to identify all the fire hydrants in a thing. I mean, I could run it in a sandbox. I have Sandboxy. I used to use it to record stuff that you're not supposed to record, like Netflix and shit like that. If you try to use OBS to record the screen or the video of it, it won't work. But it will if you sandbox it. And the thing is, Winston's mom, all those things, clearing your cache and cookies, that has to do with your browser. And the app is not a browser. It's something else. Let's see, Ethernet. Status. Let's see. Alright, I should run it as admin? Alright, fine. Let me look at it. Okay, I can do that. Let's see, what's this thing called again? Steam. Run as administrator. ssuartscire@gmail.com. All right, once again, I'm going to tell Steam the following thing. I am not a robot. A fire hydrant. A fire hydrant. A fire hydrant. Fire hydrant. Verify. I am 13 years old. Continue. Fuck you. Reference ID 402 121 347 160 615 7402. Why can't I copy that? Copy. V. Home. Steam. Hmm. Captcha. Can't get past captcha. 12 hours ago. Huh. I'm definitely not having the. I'm definitely not the only one having this problem. All right, well. Okay. I guess we'll try it again. It's updating Steam, it says, so maybe that's a good sign. Downloading update. Maybe it just needed to be updated. That would be convenient. I like convenience. Pew, 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 pew. Yes, that's convenient. Hopefully it's convenient. We'll see. If it's actually convenient or just pretend convenient. Okay, well now it's doing something different, which is nice. It appears. Let's see. Host. Eric. Eric with no thing in between. Okay. This fucking thing is horrible. Well, there's just no way I'm going to be able to do it on the computer, so I'm just going to have to mute them, yeah. Hmm. I'm back. All right. Well, this time I've added my phone number, and maybe that will allow it to work. I'm not sure. Dostoevsky's here. Hey, Dostoevsky. You wrote some famous books. Is live being done on your phone? Yes, it is. It's being done on my phone because that way I can move around when I'm live streaming rather than being stuck in one place. You liked White Nights? White Nights and Black Days. The story of the American Revolution. Sign up. Now, log in. I can't copy that. I can't look at it either. How is it that I cannot look at or copy? It's ridiculous. Okay. Steam. Okay. Steam, you suck so much ass. I barely know what to do with myself. let's try this one then. This is just fucking ridiculous. I already know this captcha's not gonna work. Why am I bothering? Because this time I tried it with my phone number instead. I thought maybe that would work better. Is it gonna work? I pretty much guarantee you it is not going to work. Bus. I guess that's a bus. I don't know. What do I look like? An expert on buses? Is that a minivan or a bus? I have no fucking clue. Fire hydrants. Okay, this is just not working again. Every time I try to make any progress, I keep running into a captcha. I'm not a robot. Just deal with it. Why are you asking me so many fucking captcha questions? Maybe these two. Okay, so like, I just passed the captcha, right? And if you look here, you'll see it says, okay, great. You enter your phone number, you're not a robot, check. Now search. And then it pops up. Your response to captcha appears to be invalid. Ridiculous. And it's like, I just, okay, let me try this other password actually. I actually got the right name and password. That's helpful. That's progress. It's asking me for a code from my email. Yeah. Oh my fucking God. I appeared to successfully do it. I think I did it. I think I'm in. I seriously think I did it. How did that happen? Just put in my birth date because it might have nudity in it. And if I want to look at nudity, I have to be old. View page. Baldur's Gate 3. How do you buy it? Add to cart. Purchase for myself. PayPal's fine. Get a code. I have to look at the code. Yeah, it's 3. I'm getting Baldur's Gate 3. Not enough space on my computer. I have to empty some stuff. I have to get rid of some stuff. Okay. Um, okay. I don't know what that is. I need to delete these things. right, I see we have enough space now. All right. Now look at these videos. Delete those. All right, let's see if we got enough space now. I need 120 gigs to install this thing? 120 gigs? That's ridiculous. How am I going to get... Okay. I have 45 gigs free. So what am I going to do about this? Well, get this, 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 this. What else I can even delete that's big? I have no idea. I do not know. What were the 100?
You know the right time when to make a move or stand aside.
Okay. Put together a bunch of things, I guess. Okay, well, I don't know what to do with that. All right, so what can I uninstall now? Or what can I do? Well, I guess I got a lot of things in these folders here. Let's see. This song is called Rapping Practice Beat. I can practice my rapping while I tap my feet. And the sound of the beat is going like this. You can hear the little song and it sounds like a fist. And hey, my name's Eric and you're gay. And that's okay by me. I'm a parrot. I'm a parrot. Like Bo Derek. It's a ferret. Just wait for the beat to drop, and then you can go again. What will you do when you go again? You'll be true, and then you'll see what will you be? What can you be when you cannot see? You don't know who you are or why you went there, but you know every time that you'll be everywhere. So no, yes, maybe, who knows? It's not clear. The answer, I'm afraid, is what I'm talking about. So be prepared for that. Practice rapping beat, huh? Doesn't seem like a very good to practice rapping with. Let's see. How about photos? Get rid of this whole folder. It's got movies in it and stuff, little videos. Yeah. What about moods of me? Moods of me can go. Pyow. What about more beats? Oh, you don't want to give up on more beats.
Was it destiny? Was it happenstance? Was I disarming?
What is this?
You can tell me whatever it was you saw. Disconcerting scene. Your discretion's now as firm as law. You can't just say what you mean. Was it destiny? Was it happenstance? Was I disarming? Was it destiny? Happenstance? So charming and awful. We met at the county fair, just beside the deep fried treats. About such stuff you didn't look the sort to care. But I still offered you my seat.
This is a complete mess.
Was it destiny? Was it happenstance? Was I disarming?
I kind of like that part. Okay. Well, how many? All right, let me look at C drive. How much stuff do I have? How do you find out how much space your computer has on it? This isn't even big. There's like nothing big to uninstall. How the fuck do you find out how much space there is on your hard drive? I used to know how to do this kind of shit. Now I just fail constantly. 43 gigs is all. Oh, I'm never gonna delete that much stuff. Like, I gotta delete another like 100 gigs? How am I gonna do that? Delete. 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 Now let me empty my trash can. Hmm. Well, that folder I just deleted had 15,000 items in it. That's good. I should have freed up a few things.
Blow the first note, and I will let go, even though everybody said, wait till she couldn't say, it'd be wrong, she already been there. How certain am I?
The early version of Angeline.
The battle's ever raging and the battle's never won. If you stop yelling, then the fighting's all done. And the fight's been raging, though the war's no fun. If you're not engaging, then the fight's unwon. The battle's ever raging and the battle's OBS and play. Put pictures that way and make them fly around. You could use gold.
I remember this line. I like this line. Oh yeah. All right. It's a song with organ tonight. They're a pretty good beat. I like this one. I know this song, and I needed more melody. It's got plenty from the organ, it's playing easy.
I was at a store, and there was a letter. What was your word? Purple cave. I said, oh my god, look at the purple cave. And they should put it down on the ground. Oh, so I was like, fire cameras, y'all. It's like, OBS and play. Oh, that's son of a gun. Oh, that's son of a gun.
Boom, 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 bam, bam.
Bears and lions both have cubs, toes and there is clowns all about. There is clowns all about.
I buy a crap load of whippets and I hate whipped cream. Wonder what that could mean. Always sit down, dreaming up dreams, or you'll fall to the.
Yeah, that's a crazy beat, crazy beat, crazy beat. Yeah, that's a crazy beat, crazy beat, crazy beat.
That's a crazy beat.
I'm rich. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the best. Everybody's got their opinion, yell at me to get my attention, present their will as their decision, reject my blocks with their derision, never quite get concision, requires a pension for honest repentance of wrong bad conventions, unwisely retention, and karma spent by I'm talking to you, my friend, because you're not being honest. I'm sick and tired of people being comments, saying shit that makes me want to
This is talking about karma's pen.
No way. Like, you lyric club and losers.
The song's called I Hate Art. I guess I do kind of hate art.
Was it destiny? Was it happenstance?
What's that thing? What's this? Is this more or less developed? I think it's more developed.
You can tell me whatever it was you saw. What you saw? Describing all this disconcerting Your discretion's firm. As long as you can't just say what you mean. Was it destiny? Was it coincidence? Was that stormy with the basement? And they climb together like I can blind you. Was it destiny? Happenstance? Was that stormy with the basement? And they climb together right to distract your view. We met at the county fair. What you saw? Just beside the mini fried treat.
Wow. It's like that's from a long time ago. And I clearly did not know what I was doing when I was making that at all. That was just horrible. I mean, it got promise, but promise and $5 will get you a cup of coffee. Okay. That was fine. Don't need to listen to that anymore. Feet of beats. Feet of beats. It's already open in another window. Okay. It's still already open in another window? I don't think so. What about biggity bia bia bia? What does biggity bia 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 sound like? Biggity bia bia bia. Biggity bia bia bia. Biggity bia 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 bia. Okay. What about New Jam 30 milligram pills? Well, that was a song. What about beats? This is all beats. Beat, beat, beat. This is a beat. Listen to it go. Listen to it, it's neat, you could like it so. It has got a kick in there, and it has got another thing too. I don't know where or what it is. It's some kind of percussion instrument. Terrible, terrible job, Eric. Terrible job. Pretty good beat at 136. Well, that's what it says, but I'll believe it when I hear it. It's that same beat. It's like, not even pretty good. It's like, I don't know. Incredibly shitty, maybe? Probably not incredibly shitty, but somewhere between pretty good and incredibly shitty. This is just nothing but a bunch of nonsense. $120 plain. How do you do today with 120 plain? 120 plain. Kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, kick, snare, 120 plain. It's so plain. It's like plain yogurt. Fuck around a zillion. So this one's titled. See what happens. We listen to it. Go about cool beat. Is it actually a cool beat? Let's find out. I don't think so. Oh, it's okay. All right, what about multi-drum idea July 23rd? Let's see what that one's all about. This is so exciting seeing all these horrible old things that never went anywhere. Well, let's try it. See what it sounds like. Well, I don't know what's up with all that stuff. Funky 60s jazz thing. Okay, girly bass repurpose. This is an attempt to use the excellent bass from Helen Gurley for some other thing. Actually pretty good. That one's pretty good. I already had a good bass line to begin with. That's the Helen Gurley bass line right there. Helen Gurley, if I had it to do all over again, I'd do a lot of things different, make a lot more friends. I'd tell Japanese and French and Berlin. This is slower than Helen Gurley is, but it's a pretty great bass line. Helen Gurley isn't having it. No, Helen motherfucking Gurley isn't having it. Cosmopolitan magazine in the house, y'all. Cosmo! That's right. A Cosmopolitan magazine in the house, y'all. Helen Gurley's holding court in my thought. She's saying, you gotta wear this dress and you can't wear those clunky shoes, 'cause Cosmopolitan magazine's got everything you need is news. Yeah, you can learn how to dress and how to please your man in bed, thanks to Helen Gurley and her cosmopolitan head. Helen Gurley bass. Okay, met at the airport, huh? FAQ round. I'm guessing that stands for fuck around, probably. Which usually is not a good sign. Bombadi tick tick, dombadi tick tick, bombadi tick tick, dombadi tick tick, bombadi tick tick, dombadi tick tick, but the kitty tick tick, bombadi tick, a bombadi tick, a bombadi tick 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 tick, bombadi tick, a bombadi tick, bombadi tick. Well, that was a wonderful song. Oh, it is funky. Uh-huh. Everybody get the funk. Everybody bring it here. Everybody bring some funk. Everybody bring it near. 'Cause we are dropping the funk. Yeah, we are dropping the funk. If you don't want any of this funk, get out of the way junk. Yeah, it's funky. It's funky. It's funky like funky. When you tried to steal my groceries from my cart in the store, I said, hey, go away and go see that's what's in store, because you can't take these groceries from my cart. That's not fair, and it makes me fart, and I don't want to be with you if you're gonna steal all of my fruit chews. My fruit chews are in my cart. You get your own cart. Don't steal mine. What's wrong with you, old lady? Get away from my stuff. That was a wonderful song. Now, pop beat from bass effects module. This is pop beat. You sing a pop song to this, like, I'm not rats in a tent. That's from the bass module. I didn't make that beat myself. Breezy Bay Fawn. Did I title this Breezy Bay Fawn? Why? I'd obviously not the right note. That's more like it. That's always that part. Save. Close. Goodbye. Mailbox. 4 on the floor. Four on the floor is 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. Always cleaning yourself. This is a wonderful kitty. Very slow, way too slow for a wonderful kitty. Sheep beat. It's like childhood taunting beat. Kick snare. Truly kick snare. 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 At least it's well titled.
Each to his own regard. Life was over halfway done when I returned to my father's yard. As mommy slowly left us, she took his memories. Papa never left, brought home his family. With a bang, it was over and the mission complete. Head on the ground and the gunner to speed. Push on his chest, but he's already dead. The COVID being old and the shots of the head. Paramedics confirm that there isn't a pulse. If living is the question, then the answer is false. If living is the question, then the answer is false. The killer wasn't Rachel and it wasn't me. The summit disappointed.
This is a really good song.
Her father distressed. Things not revision. I said some stupid things. Made some bad decisions. Memories that sting. It was over and the mission complete. Head on the ground and the gunner to sleep. Wish I checked, but he's already dead. Over being old and a shot to the head. Better confirm that there isn't a fight.
It's a pretty well written song. It's not well recorded or anything, but I totally forgot about this song. It's about my dad's death. Totally forgot about that song. I had no recollection of it whatsoever. More or other beat of some sort. That's great. That's a very helpful title. Boom, 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 do, 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 do. Come on, drop the hi-hat already. Bum ba ba dun 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 dun. Bum ba bum ba ba dun 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 dun. Ba dun dun dun. Ba dun dun dun. Ba dun 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 dun. That's okay, whatever. It's just whatever, you know. A new meow for tomorrow's sunshine. I wonder what this is. It's a new meow for tomorrow's sunshine.
guy or her or him. And you find some rocks.
Pretty good. Called the new Meow for Tomorrow's Sunshine. That's good. The good beat and bass song. This is the good beat and bass song of all the songs in the world? Seems unlikely. That's pretty good, actually. Well, anyway, that's fine. Failure guy, that must be me. I know I'm failure guy.
I'm a failure guy, cause I'm a failure guy, cause I'm a failure guy, cause
I'm a failure guy.
Where the tiny neighbors go, 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 where the tiny neighbors go. Don't have to rhyme, but to make the point that I'm trying to make about failing, at least I gotta fail at that too, or else it's a feast. I mean a bust. See what I'm saying? That's why if you look at me, I'm constantly failing. Where the tiny neighbors go? 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 I'm a failure guy, cause I can't succeed at even looking up at the sky. I just constantly can't say words, but failure comes out of me like birds. I'm a failure
guy. Just to remember how it goes. So this one's called whatever it is. I'm remembering how it goes.
The world's not really full of liars. Most people aren't deceptive. Well, get more selective. Watch the hinges act upon. An object with his will. Observed it fast now gone. And knowledge was my skill. And yet because my narrative.
That's a good song, actually. That part, anyway. that thing I like. Do I really like this? Pa 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 pa. Pa pa pa. I bought that game, but I don't think I have enough room on my computer to play it, to install it. In fact, I'm wondering if it was a mistake at all to see the thing and Where do I find out how much stuff there is on my computer? Why can I not find that anymore? I used to be able to find things like that, but no longer.
The battle's never winning and the battle's never won.
That one sounds like we're getting some propane right now. Same song. That whatever about birth.
Chair now, dear, and talk.
Adequate answers.
I was at a store. I was a letter. What was your wife? Purple cave. I said, oh my god. Purple cave. I just put it down on the ground. Oh, I said, I was like, how can I see that? That's mad. It's just like that.
Purple cape.
not everything in life comes easy. We struggle, try not to get too sleazy. Don't pop the bubble, wondering whether they will up.
Well, Eric, you've done a terrible job again. Party in here.
I buy a crap load of whippets and I
Piano loop 1. Well, that is a piano loop. McBenji. Let's see what this is. It's that thing again. Bees. Wooga-patika-pato. If I had the power song starter idea.
Where'd you happen to find me the power to hold everybody's attention?
Just a little piece of something. There's Wooga-patika-pato. Perhaps more fully realized. I don't know. I don't know if Wooga-patika-pato can really be fully realized.
For my style, I seek the cheery ways of standing where we stood, 'cause I've been stuck here a while.
That's a good song. Not very good recording of it, but it's a good song. Let's see what Wooga-patika-pato sounds like when it's more fully realized.
Francis, be the leader. rock and never absolute reign, ruling guarantees to the dance. Woke up like the rain, the canvas. Woke up but we got. Francis, be the leader. Express your might. Go to fear. Crushing it more. Who puts up a fight? Who puts up a fight?
Huh. Not very good. Yo-Yo's Reality Command. Yo-Yo's Reality Command. Is this Yo-Yo's Reality Command? That's a lot of fucking around, that's for sure. Oh, fucking around with LMS. So that's called Lisbeth song.
Your breath, expect the best, as less, swap at best, at the weak, you'll confess, that the less than the rest isn't confusing.
Funky Rams and Sultry Dams? Sulky Dams. Funky Rams and Sulky Dams. That became that song. Newy song idea?
Looks like I've run afoul, failure once again. Just when I thought perhaps this time I might win.
I remember that song idea. Hit Me Funk. I didn't make this beat. I got that off YouTube. It's just called Drums. What a lovely drum beat. Terrible. Okay, driving beat with phase bass. Let's see what that sounds like. Something, something. See what something, something is. I remember that song, but I don't remember what it is exactly. Good progression, huh? Just such a little thing, though. Harmonica Jam Project. Doesn't sound like any harmonica to me. Super drums. Are these really super drums? They sound terrible to me. New thing from LMS with Meow Meow? Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. I don't hear any meow meows. Where are the meow meows? Well, unwise to add melody. That's what this is called. Unwise to add melody. Okay. If you say so, Ark. I have no idea how I even made that thing. My poos are coming in 70 cents. On lasers, the future, and lasers. That song sounds like a laser song. Well, certainly is some sense. Life versus living. Two different things, life and living.
Lifetime's not the same as living. Living requires new life. Skepticism is forgiven. After all, it don't sound right. A lifetime's not the same as living.
Let's see.
The dummies, arrest them, though
Let them to the avoid my questions. I felt them. They need to listen.
Back in 35, Grandma headed west. Left the show me state, do a Colorado test. Become a pharmacist. It's a state exam to test her competency as though she were a man. But Grandma was an outlaw back in 42. Grandma cheated on her pharmacy test to get through. Well, Grandma started off for business, got addicted to drugs. Well, Grandma found a big jar of Percocet in her glove box after she had died.
Grandma Was an Outlaw is pretty good, actually, because it's a short little song. Boy, there's a lot of things on here. So many more things. I can't possibly go through them all. You know, there's this one. I kind of forgot about this song. Actually, this is a pretty good song, too.
I'm a star. Turns out, though I was filled with many years of doubt, I'm a star pouring water from these jugs. Two boobs, some hair. I never knew what was under there. Now I see that I am a super big star. Go ahead, make a choice. Uncertainty just voice. Ambiguity on my shoulders. Why did others seem to choose?
Obviously, there must be a more recent version of that than this, because those vocals are terrible. Unbelievably terrible. Like, maybe the worst thing in history. Fanciful Pants. I wonder what Fanciful Pants is about. Pants don't seem very fanciful to me. All right, Things Got Lurchier. What is Things Got Lurchier? Not a very good song. I remember that song. It's not very good. Whatevs. This one's called Whatevs. And I see why. Little Dumb Loop. Yes, it's a Little Dumb Loop, all right. Musical Questions of Now. Terrible. The Puppet. What is The Puppet?
Once upon a time, a long time ago, I was a little kid walking out in the snow, except there wasn't no snow here in Southern California, too warm for snow, but I don't want to bore you with the weather. Whatever night you find it clever or boring or love it a lot, make it a pleasure or bore, or like in a plot, it's cold, it's a chore, no, it's more, it's super hot regardless, let's not get too on the top, and laying out just exactly what it's not, the plane's not falling out of.
That's the puppet. I remember now what that is. STJ ideation. One, two, free. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I didn't make it. Cool loop project. Let's see if it really is a cool loop. Not bad. Okay. Random thing Tucson. Who knows what it is? These are just all things that I never did anything with, mostly, you know. A couple of them have actual things made out of them, but most of them, no. Just wasted time, just like this morning.
I've been 100 places, I've seen 100 more, heard 100 voices, and then another 4, frozen by the choices, too many different things in store. I've been 100 places, then snore. I listen to each of 100 voices for insight on what's right or good times or moisture among them, however are spiteful and true, those such for suggesting comparison few. The time such will have, they will spend here on earth, so stern in their vengeance, so absent of mirth, they'll squander it squatting in ambush to wait. I've been 100 places.
I have no recollection of this at all.
More.
I didn't.
100 more. Heard 100
When did I make
voices.
this? I have no idea. I know it's terrible, but you know, that's not that unusual. I'm gonna start audio from vid.
I'm a star Turns out, though I was filled with many years of doubt, I'm a star pouring water from these jugs. Two boobs, some hair. I never knew what was under there. Now I see that I am a super big star. Go ahead, make a choice. Uncertainty just hoists ambiguity upon my shoulders.
The vocals are too high in the mix, clearly. That thing from the Sunco beat? What does that mean? That thing with the Sunco beat. I don't know what that horrible nonsense is. Secret Project 7? What makes this one a secret? I want to know.
Oh, you got a lot worse. I mean, you got a plan. You take my dash card later. I didn't want to do it. Let's do it for once. Okay.
I don't know what that is. Good guitar loop? Is it really a good guitar loop? It's a pretty good guitar loop, actually. Genuine. So just pointlessness. What is this? Absolutely terrible. More endless failures for Eric.
Where she got, when she stopped, cause she stopped, it a lot.
Well, this became the COVID song, right? Yeah. No, it became. Yeah, it did. It became the COVID song. That's what that was. Song on bench with Junk and Yaris.
We can take my Yaris and drive away. We can take that Yaris where we need to go today. Yeah, it's a Yaris, not a junker. It's a Yaris, not a clunker. It's a Yaris, therefore feel good.
It's a Yaris, therefore feel good. It's a Yaris, therefore feel good.
ESFJ, weak Jerry from.
Siddhartha sedate, Siddhartha sigh. Meow, 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 meow.
Siddhartha sedate, Siddhartha side. What's impossible to watch Siddhartha try? Siddhartha sit down, Siddhartha's tree. In that moment he breathed, some mysteries he did not relate.
Too fast. It's not proper. It doesn't sound right at all. Corey needs to record the song, not me. For fuck's sake. It's not even my song. How am I supposed to do it well? I'm not gonna get it right.
Siddhartha sedate, Siddhartha side. What's impossible to watch Siddhartha try? Siddhartha sit down, Siddhartha's tree. In that moment he breathed, some mysteries he did not relate.
God, it's a fucking mess. But you know, how am I supposed to get somebody else's song? I can't even record my own songs. New thwack on a Friday. New thwackage. It's time for thwackage. It's time for thwackage. Let's do amphetamines and get thwackage. It's time for motherfucking thwackage. It's time for thwackage on a Friday, on Monday, a Tuesday, or a Thursday. Let's take amphetamines and get all thwacked out. Thwack me here, thwack me there. Put those amphetamines in my my nose, in my hair, by my eyes, and in my ears. I'll do all the amphetamines you got. I'll smoke them up and put them in my box. That's where I have a boop it up there, and then you'll see how true and fair it is. Let's get whacked on a Tuesday. It's time to get whacked on a Tuesday. Don't not do drugs, it's Tuesday. Do more drugs, it's Tuesday. Twice as many drugs on Tuesday. Let's do amphetamines on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. It's a good song. New thwack on a Friday, early. Guitar progression loop over funk drums. At least that's titled well. I wouldn't call those funk drums though. It's a pretty good progression. Assorted one-track guitar songs. How is this assorted? Doesn't seem assorted to me. No, Rachel will tell you, I realized at like almost 3 o'clock that they fucking escaped my grasp. It was too late. I wouldn't have played or whatever. Did it on Monday. Good ear. Good job. What is this? 30 minutes of nonsense? That should be titled 30 minutes of nonsense. Original new shoe? What's new shoe? Well, that's great, Eric. That's just amazing. Are you on amphetamines when you made that, Eric? I think so. That just smells of amphetamines. 160 drums multi-option. Must be it's at 160 BPM. I didn't make that beat. I got it from YouTube. This one too. Which is fine. I don't mind playing over like backing tracks, is fine. But I'm less interested in listening to an interfacer. What's this? Oh, it's not ready yesterday. Okay. Enough fucking around. It is noon. I've been fucking around now for about 9 hours straight. It's a lot of fucking around. Do I have enough space on my hard drive? I don't think so. But I might. Well, obviously I'm going to have to. Oh, look, it's Acacia on Instagram. I don't even have Instagram. I have I never use it. The subscription has been canceled. Why? I don't want to cancel my subscription of Google, whatever. Well, whatever. I don't know what's going on with anything. Everything's just incredibly confusing and difficult. And I'm just doomed to fail forever. So, that's just how it goes, It's just how things roll these days. Sure, I'd love to, you know, install that game I bought. Oh, Eric, you silly boy. You're not going to be able to install that. Don't be crazy. That's going to require a lot more hard drive space than you have, little mister. Should have figured that out a long time ago. Well, I don't know. I give up now. I'm ready to give up. I could uninstall Skype. Never use that. Alright, Steam. Install content. Not enough space. Why does it still say I have 45 gigs when I've deleted all that shit? That's bullshit. Install content. Hey, but I've created a lot of stuff. I have 66 gigs free. But I need 120 or something. So, what can I get rid of? I've gotten rid of everything already. I don't know. I gotta delete like 60 more gigs of shit. How am I ever gonna do that? It seems impossible. I give up now. I give up on everything. I officially give up on everything. I can't, even though I successfully logged into Steam and bought the game, I still can't fucking play it. They didn't tell me before I bought it, Eric, you don't have enough room on your hard drive. They didn't bother to tell me that. I don't even know what all those gigs of space are being taken up by. Could be anything. Could just be air. All right. Now I have a drink and cigarettes. So it finally makes sense for me to be outside. I spent a lot of time just listening to all those old stupid things. Thanks, Rachel. How do I not get bored going through an archive? Well, because, like, I was listening to shit from 2020, right? So much that I haven't listened to in 4 years. I don't even remember it at all. So, sure, plenty of things are terrible, but that's how I end up with an occasional good thing, is just plenty of terrible things as a way of going about business, I don't mind being terrible, because I don't have to release everything. I've got shit tons of unfinished stuff like that, right? And really, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I've got a bunch of it on Google Drive as well. The problem is, are any of those things ultimately worthwhile? Well, sort of. Like some of them, I actually like the idea. It just didn't come together right? All right, so I'll get another drive, but it's like, can I install a game on an external hard drive? Wouldn't it be slow in its communications? I mean, I only have like 260 gigs on the laptop in total, you know? Truth is, I might need to get another laptop anyway. I mean, I do need to get another laptop anyway because I plan to separate music from TV and stuff. Have the music stuff in a separate room. Which means I'm gonna need a separate computer for it. But I don't want that expense right now, another laptop right now. Just wait till at least December. Try to budget by the month, so. Well, Baldur's Gate, I have never tried so hard to purchase a product before. Normally, if I'm having trouble purchasing a product, it's like, fuck you, product. I don't want you then if you're going to be that difficult, right? Like anybody would. But Baldur's Gate has made me its bitch, and I've never even played it. I like the idea because it sounds cool, what people were saying about it. And also, I remember Baldur's Gate from back in the day, when I played actual Dungeons and Dragons, not some video game that takes 120 some odd gigs to install. I mean, come the fuck on. Isn't the whole purpose of having Steam so that you don't have to have everything on your local drive? I guess not. Why do we even need Steam? Why don't we just have Baldur's Gate? to get a 2 terabyte to 4 terabyte SSD, external or internal. SSD external works just as well. I'm not sure I'll know where to plug it into, but I can figure it out. Internal will run preferable, run faster. It just plugs into a USB port. I do have an extra USB port when I'm not using because I don't use the camera much on the laptop anymore, so I'm almost always streaming from the phone. Well, I mean, laptops are better than desktops nowadays, but my laptop's old. You need a decent card, at least a 970. Alright, well, I'm not even going to think about it anymore right now. I'll deal with it later. I already spent the money on the game, $60. I didn't expect it to be a huge expense for us to get like a new computer and all this other shit just to play a fucking video game. It's fucking ridiculous. I can refund for no problem. I can refund no problem for 14 days. Well, I want the thing though. I don't not want it. I don't want a refund. I'm like that lady who kept trying to get me to type her and paid me $100. And I said, I'm sorry. It's too difficult to schedule. I'm going to just refund your money. She's like, but I want to be typed. Well, I'm tired of not successfully typing you, so pay your money back. Well, I mean, like I said, I need to get another laptop anyway. I'll probably get it in December. And I'll get one that's like a gaming laptop, I guess. Whenever I've bought laptops in the past, I wanted, it's kind of dumb, but I wanted an aux hole so I could plug headphones into it. That's the main thing I was looking for on every laptop is an aux hole, but they don't have aux holes anymore. And even if they do, I want 2 aux holes. I want one for mic and one for headphones. I don't want a combination aux hole. You can't get 2 aux holes anymore. It's just not even possible. You know, it's like if you're doing music stuff, you really don't want wireless headphones. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but I think there's going to be a delay or something. Probably that's just irrational on my part. And that's what latency is for, you know. But anyway, I don't have experience using wireless headphones. So I don't want to try. I just want a laptop with 2 aux holes. One for microphone and one for headphones. Instead, I had to get a sound card, which is fine. Obviously, it's not a good idea to plug in a mic into the aux hole with an 8-inch plug. You're not going to get very good sound that way. Video card. Just make your games more look like Apple II games, you know? Then you won't need a video card. I don't care what your game looks like very much anyway. Who plays games to look at them? Nobody. It doesn't need to look all fancy. So just stop it, video game developers. I don't like what you're doing. You're making things hard for me unnecessarily. Let me pull up the old chatteroo on the old computer door here. We'll see what we see. Well, I did successfully get past the CAPTCHA. What it required ultimately was for me to add a phone number. Do we still have the Game of Life on the computer? I don't know. Maybe. I think you could probably just play that in the browser. Yeah, I have a Scarlet sound card. That's how good the game is. If the game was really that good, it wouldn't be so big and require a video card or whatever, you know. Well, that's why I've been trying so hard to play it, KE. Because I am a Dungeons and Dragons. I'm an OG D&Der, you know. When I was like 6, 7, 8 years old in the mid 70s, I was playing Dungeons and Dragons. I like to play a cleric character. I had a lead figurine. My cleric was very shitty because I rolled honestly. I had numbers like 8, 11. Yeah, that cleric of mine didn't last very long. I was playing up at this place where they used to have like tables with people playing D&D on tables in there. And it was like this thing that they did like once a week for kids. Like, you know, the guy who was running it was probably like 18 or 16 or something, but he was running it for these little kids, including me. And he checked all of our characters to make sure that, like, he didn't believe, you know, he didn't want the kids having this brand new character who has all 18s or something on his stats. And he looked at my cleric character and he said, "Well, you definitely didn't cheat." Because he was so shitty. I don't anymore have the dice. I don't anymore have the books either. I used to have like Dungeon Master Guide, Monster Manual, all the books and dice and all kinds of shit. But who knows where all that stuff went? I don't even know. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are less than 2 gigs each. Well, guess what, Ruben R? Even if I installed both Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, they wouldn't add together to make 3. Okay? Bring it, Hoverbucker. Bring it, okay? I'm ready for you today. You're not going to push me around like usual, Ruben. Today I'm ready for you. You know, for Ruben, if he needs to do a 26-hour drive right now, he'll just hop in the car and he'll see you in 26 hours, you know? Well, I will tell you this, Ruben. I am very, very, very much hopeful you and Acacia arrive early so that we can play. We can play Little Wilderness Car. We could play music. You play music, Ruben. You're a good musician. You and I could rock out. We could even potentially rock out with our cocks out, but I'm going to recommend we keep our cocks in. Yeah, I had all the dice. I had your 20-sided dice, your 100-sided dice, your 4-sided dice, and your 3-sided dice, and 6, of course. I had all the various dice. Have you considered flying, Ruben? You know, apparently, planes travel faster than cars. With the amount of gas you're going to put in the car, probably wouldn't even be much more expensive. Well, the thing is, you could fly to Acacia and then drive Acacia's car up here, you know? Oh, that's what you're going to do. Okay. That's a good idea. Now, I'm a little worried. Before you take off on your plane, I want you to text me your arrival time so I can call Acacia 3 hours before it's time to pick you up, 2 hours and 45 minutes before it's time to pick you up, 2 hours and 30 minutes before it's time to pick you up, all the way down to an hour and 15 minutes. And then I will make sure she leaves on time. Because, you know, if she's picking you up at LAX, oh, Ruben, have you ever flown into LAX? Have you? Have you ever flown into LAX? Okay, Burbank. All right, well, then that's fine. Good. That's a wise choice, Ruben. How did you get so wise? How did you know to fly into Burbank? How did you know that? Yes, Burbank's the place to fly into, for sure. It's so much easier than LAX. But typically, Burbank's a little bit more expensive than LAX for the plane tickets. So most people end up just flying into LAX because they don't want to spend the extra $50 to go to Burbank or whatever, you know? And then what? And then you got to go to LAX. You got to drive around and around and around. Because the person's plane is supposed to get there at 7:30. It's 8:30 and they're still taxiing. You just have to drive around and around and around. Finally, the person comes out and you go, "Ah, good to see you. Get in the car. Welcome to the greatest mediocre city in the world." And then guess what you have? Then guess what happens? Then you have to sit in traffic all the way back to Eagle Rock. Only to get her shit packed up and then turn right around and go back past Burbank to get to Mariposa. Horrible place, Los Angeles. A horrible, terrible place. As a video game creator, this is the best we can do, truly. Well, okay, but your best is so elite that regular people like me aren't allowed to play it. You know, Rachel asked Delilah an interesting question yesterday. She asked her, "How long have you been playing World of Warcraft?" The answer was, I believe if I remember correctly, 18 years. She started playing it when she was 6 years old. what else could she possibly accomplish in World of Warcraft after 18 years? You know, I was there. I was there when Delilah found the last sky shard that she needed at one time. Um, it was pretty exciting. We were live streaming. She was playing the game. I was live streaming her playing the game. And I'm like, well, what are you looking for? She's like, oh, I'm looking for this sky shard, but it takes sometimes it's like weeks before you find another one. I'm like, well, I hope you get it, darling. And it's like, bam! Oh my God, it's a sky shard! It was amazing. That was my manifesting power. Yes, I really manifested a sky shard for her. But I asked her if she's gonna play. Goodbye, Boba Fett. You sleep and dream of kittens, puppies, and orangutans, baby orangutans. I want you to have a cute night's sleep, okay? Make sure your dreams are kawaii. So anyway, Delilah's been playing World of Warcraft for a long time. I asked her if she was going to play Baldur's Gate. She said she's heard a lot of good things, been thinking about it, but she's so heavily invested into World of Warcraft that I can't imagine her starting fresh with Baldur's Gate, you know? Which is a shame because I'd like to play with her. And Rachel asked a question, which I believe was informed by our discussions of Baldur's Gate. She asked, Rachel, I don't remember how she phrased it, but I think what she meant was, like, do you have a lot of people in your party? Well, the thing is, World of Warcraft is not so party oriented because it's not a Dungeons and Dragons thing. She is a part of a guild. She does do some things with other people that she plays with, but I guess you don't really form a party that much in World of Warcraft. Like she said, these days you don't do like group quests really anymore. So, that was interesting to hear. I always like to listen to her talk about World of Warcraft. I've been listening to her talk about it for so many years. That's where Satchel of Helpful Goods came from. It's like one day I was watching her play a little bit when she was a little kid, and I don't know, what is that thing you got? She's like, it's just a satchel of helpful goods. I'm like, what did you say? It's what? It's a satchel of helpful goods. Well, that sounds helpful. It's not. Okay, well, I guess it's not that helpful. I guess it's called that, but it's not that helpful apparently. Yeah, that's what that's from. Satchel of Helpful Goods is from World of Warcraft. I thought it was funny, It was probably some stretch of time later that I actually wrote the song. If I wrote the song contemporaneously to hearing the term from Delilah, she must have been about 12 or 13. But there may have been some gap of time between me hearing the term, laughing about it, thinking it was a funny name for something, and then including it in the song. Yep, that's what it's from. Occasionally, somebody will recognize it too. I've had a couple of different people say, "Hey, is that from World of Warcraft?" Like, yeah. Do you play? No. But my daughter played, and she Yeah, I remember clearly her like eye rolly facial expression. It's just a satchel of helpful goods. I wonder what's in a satchel of helpful goods, like rope and a canteen and some cheese, like a little shovel, maybe a vape. This could be in a satchel of helpful goods. And that's the thing, Rachel, you're right about that being indicative of truly an any-dom. A lot of people don't seem to get about any-doms is I grab random shit from all over the place all the time. And yet, probably most of my songs don't have a quote from something like that in it. But I don't really necessarily remember where I grab shit from anyway. I don't worry about stealing other people's ideas because if there's one thing I have more than enough of, it's ideas, you know? I don't, other people may hold their own ideas precious, but mine are fucking a dime a dozen. Some of them are better than others, obviously. Just because you have quantity doesn't mean you have quality. There, it unclogged. The thing gets cloggy right in the hole here because if you smoke it, a little bit of the concentrate doesn't get burned, it just goes into this little hole. Okay, where did I put my beverage? I know I had a beverage. Did I leave it in the bathroom? Possibly. I need a beverage. I'm super dehydrated. Well, it's not in the bathroom. Is it in the kitchen? Is it in the living room? Is it on the little wall out here? No, it's not. Is it in the garage? Let's try the garage. Oh. I guess it. What's going on here? All right, there. There are a lot of little bugs out today. If I were going on a walk or something, I'd put on my bug hat. Yes, I found my drink. It was here the whole time. Here in the garage. Let's put a few more cutlets over here on the rocks for the woodland friends. They don't just like cutlets on the wall. And the small birds, you might call them sparrows. They like it over here more. Over here, the blue jays, for example, are less able to monopolize the resource. On the wall, they can do a pretty good job of keeping away the competition. When it's all spread out like this, then Even the littlest bird will be able to sneak in there and grab a seed. The littlest bird is the opposite of Sesame Street's Big Bird. And that the littlest birds are known for their littleness. Littleness, not their bigness. Apparently, according to Urban Dictionary, they're called chode birds. I'd been calling them grundle birds for years. So, I'll be wrapping this up pretty soon. It's been going on for 3.5 hours. A good chunk of this live stream also was me just checking out random old audio files to see what they were. Generally a waste of time because if if it were good enough, it would already have been made into a song, right? But there are exceptions. There are sometimes I find stuff that's old stuff that I like a lot, and I just go like, I gotta do something with this. I gotta try to re-record this or something. I like it. But recording music is hard. But I think I'm almost ready to do it again. Like, I know I didn't accomplish anything today, but like listening to that old stuff, I realized I would never make those mistakes now. So certain ones of those mistakes. I would record much better vocals consistently now than I have in the past. I just always kind of been like, oh, good enough for the vocals for some reason. But vocals are tough to record, and you really have to take a lot of time to get it right. You gotta do a lot of takes. You gotta expect it to take a lot of takes. You gotta do a lot of work in mixing and editing. Well, mixing mostly, mixing and EQing and effecting and stuff like that. If you're doing editing with the vocals, you should just do another fucking take. If you're trying to pitch shift, clean the shit up or whatever, do another take. Stop being lazy, Eric. Or you're not even being lazy. You're being anti-lazy because you're trying to do it a harder way that's going to turn out worse. You're shut up, you dog. I'm tired of your barking. A lot of bees around today. I saw several bees over there too. What are you bees doing? It got to 31 degrees last night. I guess it's warmer than that inside of your hive. But it's gonna get even colder pretty soon. So you better watch out, bees. Well, I hope Rachel's having fun. What when we're on amphetamines, Rachel and I tend to do our own things. Yeah, so she's listening to this in the other room, but I'm sure she's, I don't know, trying on different makeups or something. She likes to do that. That was not for us. That was for the neighbors at UPS truck. My friend Dave Porter got fired by FedEx. He fucked up on a few occasions and they fired him. Which is kind of convenient because now he's unemployed and has more time to come up here and stuff. So that's good. That's one to grow on. And then what Rachel will do after she puts on her makeup is she'll take a picture of herself with her makeup on. And sometimes she'll use an app. We'll tell her, "You are a cool winter's breeze with an undertone of like a tropical beach at sunset." She goes, what does that mean? And then she realizes it means she should wear a slightly more pink shade of lipstick. So it makes me happy to think of Rachel having fun playing makeup and stuff upstairs. I just, it delights me. She's often, not always, often worried like, oh, am I being a bad wife because I'm in my own room doing my own thing? Absolutely not, Rachel. That's perfectly normal. You and I spend way more time together than most couples after this long. After like 6 months, usually most couples spend most of their time watching TV in separate rooms. They say a few things to each other occasionally. And, just settle into their regular solo lives, but with a partner. Like Delilah, Delilah has the same boyfriend she's had for a long time. But I don't think she hardly ever sees the guy. He lives on the other side of LA, and neither of them particularly loves making the big drive. Listen, Aries Flare, let me mansplain to you about palettes, okay? Number one, you need plums. You need a palette of plums, different shades of plum, okay? Number two, you're going to need a palette of nudes, probably 3 palettes of nudes. You need regular nude, super nude, and lingerie. You're going to need a palette of grays and greens. That's in this season, okay? And what you want to do, you don't want to go full blast green like you're recycling your eyelids, right? You want to go with just a little bit of a highlight of grayish green. Especially goes well with your super nudes. And that's going to really bring out the color of your eyes and also make your cheekbones look extra pointy. So I'm here to mansplain any woman's stuff to anybody who wants to have it mansplained to them. Would you like me to mansplain tampons to you? Aries Flare 9? Here's the deal. Always with wings. Don't get tampons that don't have any wings. That's one to grow on, Aries Flare. You're welcome. Nail polish. Okay. Here's the thing about nail polish. What's really in right now, what you want to try to do with your own nails and your own nail polish, is polish most of your fingernail one color, just like red, okay? But then the tip part, polish it a different color, like, I don't know, tan, red and tan. I saw a lady with that yesterday. So that's the new thing. That's the hot new thing for 2024 with fingernails is you shouldn't just have one color on your fingernails anymore. That's old. That's old lady stuff. That's what my mom did. She just put one color on her fingernails, red, and same color on her toenails. That's not cool anymore. You need to get a very, very fine nail polish brush and sign your name on each of your fingernails in tiny letters. That way you can remember who you are should the need arise. Just look at your fingernails. You know, if you remember that, if you remember to look at your fingernails, maybe you could hang a sticky note to your glasses that says, "Look at my fingernails." That would probably solve that problem. Anyway, now that we've discussed all the lady stuff, also let me tell you a little something about hats, Aries Flare 9. If you ever go to the Kentucky Derby, I want you to remember something pretty important. A headband is not a hat, okay? And does not count. You have to wear a fancy hat as a lady if you go to the Kentucky Derby. And some of the ladies, they cheat. They cheat because they're cheaters. How do they cheat? By wearing headbands instead of hats. Don't be like those horrible ladies, okay? If you go to the Kentucky Derby, you do. It needs to be ridiculously large and just crazy, you know? If you think you're going to get away with like just a headband with a big flower on it, no. Rachel and I will shame you when we watch the Kentucky Derby if we see that. We have certain expectations when it comes to hats. Let's see, what other lady things do I know? Well, I informed Rachel of something she didn't know the other day, that women are born, girls are born with a finite number of eggs, and they use them up over the course of their life. Every time they menstruate, out goes one more of them, or maybe two more, I'm not sure. But anyway, she didn't know you had a finite number of eggs. She thought maybe she was just constantly producing more eggs. But people aren't chickens. And that's the moral of today's live stream. People are not chickens. So stop trying to pluck them. Oh yeah. Rachel and I love doing fashion police. I may not be very fashionable, but I am very judgy of other people's fashion. So, no, you're not a chicken. That's why you don't continue to make eggs indefinitely. You start with a certain number of them. You have all of your eggs in one basket, okay? And then when you hit menopause, I guess that's when you just run out of eggs. You don't have any more. Your body's like, oh, there's nothing for sperm to fertilize. Never mind, let's just stop menstruating. That's what women's bodies do. Other things about women's bodies. Okay, fun fact. You do not really need to wear one of those traditional underwire bras. Even if you're large-chested, a sports bra will probably work just fine for you. It's going to be a lot more comfortable, and it'll still hold up your tits. That's one to grow on. Okay? Also, here's another important piece of information for everybody. Probably, I'm guessing, training bras are not necessary. You do not need to go into training to wear a bra. Yeah, guys can wear bras, sure. But I'd recommend for them as well sports bras. An underwire bra from what I understand, I've never worn one before. Unfortunately, I was not blessed with D cups, I've finally gotten to A plus ish, A minus to A plus, somewhere in there, cups. And there is no underwire bra small enough for these tatas right here. That's why a lot of times I don't even wear a sports bra. I just wear a regular shirt underneath my top shirt. Because I don't want people to see my nipples, obviously. And I'm definitely subject to high beams. Whether it's cold, hot, light, dark, everything causes high beams for me. And my nipples are like this big. So it's pretty obvious when Aries Flare 09. Remember, I'm mansplaining this to you, okay? So I want you to retract that comment, and I will just explain to you right now. The wires can poke you, okay? And not in a good way. Not like ew, like hurt you right here. Right here, right here, all around the boob. It could hurt you. So you're welcome. Again, teaching women about women is my job as a man. Let's talk a little shampoo. Do you know that it's not good, apparently, to shampoo your hair every day? True story. A lot of women have shared with me in my job as mansplainer / woman information gatherer that their hair will dry out if they wash it every single day with shampoo. And in fact, even if they don't wash it every single day, if they don't use conditioner, still their hair will dry out. Now, I have hair. I know for a fact that women are different than men because I just use lava soap on my hair and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. I don't need any conditioner. I don't even need any shampoo. So, obviously, women's bodies are different. Women's hair is different. I remember telling Delilah when she was a teenager, you don't need any of these shampoos and conditioners. You just need a bar of soap. This is just a scam. She wasn't having it at all. Instead of listening to me, she said, Dad, you don't know anything. And she bought various shampoos and conditioners. And she selected them and I bought them. This was after Candace had left. Delilah and I were on our own. It was a lot better at that point. We'd go to the store and we'd discuss what we should get or not get. Instead of Candace just going to the store and buying whatever we always got, whatever shows got, And so I thought, well, this is a golden opportunity. I'm going to teach Delilah that you do not need shampoo and conditioner. But instead, she taught me that she didn't like to have that mansplained to her. And that I was not going to get my way. So, true story. In fact, there's a video, I believe, of us in the shampoo aisle. I made a little song with it, in fact. I wonder if I could find it. I'm curious now. Well, I did that from when she was little. I tried to say, this girly stuff is dumb and unnecessary. You don't need any makeup or smell stuff or whatever, But she never listened to me. She still doesn't. She's very much herself. and not me. So, like most people, let me see here. Delilah. Well, here's a video I referenced earlier. Delilah wows as Eric commentates. Here it is. Delilah shops for shampoo, and Dad explains shampoo is dumb. That's what it's called. Isn't that convenient? Delilah shops for shampoo, and Dad explains shampoo is dumb.
I'm going shopping at Ralph's with my father. I need to buy shampoo. My father tells me I should just use soap on my hair, and how it's okay to use something other than official products made for the thing you're trying to accomplish. And I don't disagree conceptually, but I see he's a dude. My father says I don't need shampoo at all. He also believes dish soap can be used instead. I tell him my hair is very different than his, since his is mostly scalp anyway. When we go to Ralph's, he tells me you don't need any of that crap. They're just trying to market your money away. So I explain, hey Dad, don't you know you're a dude? Hey Dad, don't you know I don't wash hair like you? Hey Dad, why don't you go look in the snack aisle? And if you don't leave me alone to shop, then I'll talk quite a while with you about menstruation.
That's pretty good. Not too bad. That's pretty entertaining. You know. Dean Martin faked his way through fame, but one of his vices was all too real. Soon he had a fatal illness. His family was broken, but Dean's deranged response stunned them. I want to watch this video about Dean Martin. I always thought he was like a nice guy, you know? I wonder what this video will have to say about it. I'll put it on double time and I will read what it says while watching. Okay, well, that's going to bring this live stream to a close. I want to thank you all oh so very much for being here. And to remind you that you are one of the very important, elite, and special few who's actually watching Talking with Famous People. That makes you better than everybody else. And you can take that to the bank.